Hey guys, what's up? So I'm just gonna try to show you. I'm a terrible drawer. So first I wanted to start off with these couple of memories I had, and I don't remember what they were. So if anybody knows or have seen this from somewhere, please let me know. But I remember specifically this image on a TV, and it was from a movie, I swear. And it was like an invisible monster or something, but it had vampire fangs, right? And you just see a mouth with fangs, right? And in the sewer, well, first you see or something in the sewer, and then all of a sudden you see a mouse or like a rat or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden it gets eaten by this like fangs, like these invisible fangs. So I don't really have a good picture, but this is pretty much like what it looks like. Well, you know, it looked a lot more graphic, but I don't know where it was from, but that was crazy. Then I had this other dream where it was from a movie. I could have sworn it was Poltergeist. I'm not too sure, but it looks like a tree ghost. Like it wasn't a tree monster like from the actual Poltergeist movie. Like I was thinking maybe it could be from the second one. I'm not too sure, but like anyways, a little girl is like screaming and that stuff in her bedroom and that stuff, and then like there's a monster looking at her, like, and their parents bust in, and then they see like this tree ghost or something, like, you know, like this like apparition that you can see through, but you can still see the lining of its face, and it's like raw, and then it goes and it runs away, and it like goes out the window or something. Like I'm not too sure, like or like the wall, but like, anyways, this is what it looks like. This is my crappy drawing. There's the chick in the bed, and then there's the tree ghost. That's all I got. Anyways, so to start it off, wanted to talk about some cellmate stories. And first one is a cellmate had a dream that the army was chasing him and his family, and he remembers sitting in a passenger side in an SUV truck, and he was shooting a machine gun at a chopper that's following him. So basically he's shooting a chopper that's following him with a machine gun and the SUV with his family, and then let's see. So he's shooting at the chopper following him and his family, where somehow it took them on a dirt road, and somehow they lost the military in the trees, but soon find themselves at a little coffee cart. Yeah, so after losing the chopper in the army, they take a dirt road, which leads them to this place where there's this coffee cart shop. And I guess like my cellmate was asking this lady if he can get a cup of coffee, and she's like, the only coffee that I serve is this, and it looks like tea. It looks like iced tea, cold tea. So, you know, my friend was like, what? So he picks it up, and then that's when the dream ends, because he's like, what the frick? And then like yes, my own ends. So I thought I'd tell that dream. Then I had another cellmate dream, because these two were cellmates. It's funny because one dream he's all like, he had a dream where the other cellmate and him were gonna rob a bank, and so he says like, all right, are you ready? And he says it out in his sleep. So his cellmate Sally hears him in his sleep, and he's all like, what? He's like so one Sally says to the other Sally, he's like, are you ready? And the other Sally says, you know, out loud, he's like, for what? And Sally, you know, is still talking in his sleep, and he's all like, you know. The other Sally's like, what? And Sally's like, the bank. And it's funny and crap, because it's like, it's just funny because he ended up waking himself up or that stuff. And it's funny because like the other Sally was just like, what are you talking about? But you know, he's talking in his dreams, so it's like, it's pretty funny. Robbing a bank in their dreams. Of course they are. Anyways, they had another dream where both of them were like strapped to chairs and that stuff, and I guess they were getting released. And what happens is that I guess one of them was drugged up with like, you know, like, but still had his long hair and that stuff. But what's funny is that like he's all drugged up, he's like all in the chair drooling and that stuff while they're waiting to be released and that stuff. And you know, he says the judge says to both of them, says, all right, you're dismissed. And one Sally's all excited. He's all like, oh my gosh. He's like, can you believe it? can you believe it, bro? It's like, we're finally free. And he looks at his friend. He's still all drooling in his chair, all drugged up. It's like it's all in a dream, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny thinking about it. Like, you're getting released and you're both strapped to a chair. And you're finally dismissed, so it's like happiness and hoorayness, but you look at your buddy and he's all drooling. It's pretty funny. I think that's it with those dreams. Did I have any other dreams? Okay, so I had a dream where I was at the age of 14 and I was climbing down a 4-story building, and it was like a grapevine fence. So I'm climbing down this 4-story building, and it's like a grapevine fence. And so as I'm climbing down, like, I'm like on the water drain gutters. Like, I'm climbing down the water drain gutters and that stuff. And that's where I barely was stable. Like, it felt slippery or something. I couldn't get my footing. And it was like if I was in Spain. Like, I don't know. Like, while I was like looking at the view, it looked like I was in Spain for some reason. Because there's like a fiesta going down below while I'm climbing down this grapevine and that stuff. And then I fall on the last story. I fall, but I don't break anything. I felt like I was a cat, like, whoa, like and just landed on my feet. And then next thing I know is I'm even though I'm all right, next thing I know is that I am running with the balls. Not the bulls, but balls. So instead of bulls, I'm running away from naked men that are trying to grape me. Yeah, I don't know where that came out of the dream, but that's apparently what I'm dreaming about, running away from the balls in Spain. Cause that's what my dreams take me to. Okay, so next dream. Alright. I had a weird freaking dream about a lion trying to get into an RV that I was in. And it's scary. So I barricaded myself in this RV, and it's crazy because this lion is freaking smart. Somehow the lion opens the door of the RV, and as soon as it opens the door of the RV, I slam the door in the bathroom, knowing that the lion can basically break in and just eat me at any time in the moment. So I'm freaking out. I'm terrified. So I jump out the window, the bathroom window, so I can get away from the lion that's now inside the RV. And then as I jump out, I ended up getting tangled by a jump rope somehow that was right there. So it was like a lion. The lion had probably planted a trap there. Anyways, I trip and I fall. And next thing you know is I'm lion meat. So I get mauled. That's the end of those dreams. Let's see. I got one more set and I think that's it. I'm going to call it. Okay, let's see. So I wake up in like a native house and that stuff. It's like really cool people, like just like me. It's crazy because like we're like into like dark stuff and that stuff. Like I wake up and I find people that are into like dark humor or like into like dark YouTube like stories and that stuff, that are, like creepy pastas and that stuff. And they were cool about it, like not sketchy people. So I mean, like I thought that was cool, feeling safe around people that are into the stuff and like they're just friendly. But then whoever I was at the time, my character being a high school, I guess I was like a high schooler in this dream. It was weird, and I was like a nerd. And in my and for some reason, I guess like I don't know, I had a locker. I don't know why there's a locker at this house, or wherever I go there's a locker. But this locker all of a sudden had like a magazine of a serial killer on it, and it scared the living crap out of me because like I'm signing all of these magazines. I'm like, I don't remember signing any of these magazines, But then it's all like it's in my handwriting of like what I usually write on the comic books and that stuff. I was like, oh. For some reason, I thought I did write on the magazines. Like, it was like, oh, shoot, I did write on them. But even though, really, I was just writing on the comic books, I don't really remember signing any of those. That's crazy. But anyways, and I don't remember writing my name with a pen on it. It was like my comic books, I suppose, what I was thinking of. But then I ended in this bounce house that was zero gravity. And on the inside, I was mad that my dog got mud on the bed. What the heck? So I'm in this bounce house. Oh, and I guess my dog. I don't know what the heck. Where, I don't know where. Sleeping in. I ended up in a haunted house virtual reality game with my cousin. We were kicking butt, stabbing like ghosts and crap. So oh, I guess these are other dreams I had. Huh. One moment. Okay, so I guess I had a dream that my dog jumped on my bed and I got mud everywhere, and I guess that was one dream. And then I had this other dream where I went into this bounce house that was like a zero gravity room, and it was crazy because it was like freaking huge, and there was like it looked like planets were inside the thing, but it wasn't like planets. They were like gigantic balls of planets, like bouncy balls, and it was just all swarming through the zero gravity room, and in the center there was like it was like this tornado that was like pulling everybody together. So that was like one dream. I just remember going into this bounce house and that stuff, and it was pretty cool. And then I had this other dream where I was in this haunted house, and me and my cousin were kicking ghost butt and that stuff. We were stabbing ghosts and crap, and we were getting to new levels. But then like it turned out we were in like a mall or something, and I guess like my grandmother or something was all like, "All right, it's time to go." I guess we're like teenagers in this dream, or she's like in her 20s. I'm like a teenager in this dream, and so like we end up like leaving and that stuff. So we had to stop playing this game, but it was crazy. It felt like we were actually in a haunted house, and but for some reason there's like cemetery, like tombstones in the haunted house, and like a cemetery in there, and then like there's like these rooms with like light cloths and that stuff, or curtains that you have to like pull through to get through doors and that stuff. And then like it's like a turn to say. I wish I drew it, but it was such a cool dream. And then alright, so this dream scared the living crap out of me, and oh my god, it felt real. So I was like really scared. I don't know why this dream came up to be, but I had this weird dream about like a shooting that happened around September or October, and like some dude killed like 24 people, and I think it was like a busy area street, looked like a place in Brazil, and like you shot up like this street area with like skyscrapers on like a Thursday night or something, and like when everyone was like partying, it took the police an entire day to catch him because he like went from one building to another and that stuff. And the dream was so intense, and like I remember being like a high schooler, and I guess we were downtown and we were running away from the place, and like we had to climb up this concrete brick wall and crawling underneath the fence just to get away safe. Only a few tall buildings were providing us cover while we heard gunshots from below or like that stuff. It was crazy, man, because it was like, we were far away, like kind of far away. We were like sniper distance, but like we didn't really know what was going on. But it's kind of scary. We're only being covered by a couple buildings besides gunshots and that stuff. So it was a really scary dream, and this is what I remember. So I'll try to show you like a picture to get it more similar what it looks like. So these are the buildings, and let's see. I guess I died in the dream because it says stairway. That stairway is where I died, and I guess there's a stairway right here. But anyways, we're all the way over here on this side, so we're kind of far away from this place. Like I said, sniper range. Like we're far away, but we have to climb this like brick wall, and like we have to climb it, and then we have to climb this fence that's over. So we have to climb over just to get safe, to get picked up by cars that are over here. And it's pretty crazy because it felt real. Like I felt like I heard gunshots. I felt like like people were actually screaming. We were freaking out. We were running for safety and that stuff. Some of us actually got picked up by cars, or parents and that stuff. It was like, wow, that's a scary dream. And like I said, it felt real. Like I thought I was actually climbing like concrete, like what do you call bricks and that stuff, and like you put your foot on one and all that stuff, and then like you go over a fence and that stuff. It felt really real. So that was a really scary dream. I would say top up there. I don't know how top, but probably with the one working at a mobster strip club, being a waitress. That dream probably scared me the most because I saw 3 people get slit. They had their throat slit, and I was like, what the frick? Anyways, that's the end of those dreams. Y'all have a good one. Peace.